If your ink's too slow and your nib won't flow, here's one of the places that you can go. Larry is here to see you through with Mr. Announcer and Cubby too. It's Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews.
Hey folks, welcome to Larry's Fountain Pen Review. I'm Larry, and you're you, and we are we, and we are all together now. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Kaweco. That's it, just Kaweco. Going to be changing out some nibs, and do a writing sample, and that's all there is to it. So, my preferred nib choice is a medium nib. I do like some fine nibs and extra fine nibs. Not a lot, but as long as they're wet and smooth, I can deal with them, but they're not my favorite. Does that mean I don't have any? No, I do have a few, and I do use them. So, with that said, this pen here, the Kaweco Lilliput, got me started with double broad Kaweco nibs. I love the nib on this little creature. The only problem with this little creature is, well, it's expensive, I think. It's really thin. And, of course, even with my small, petite fingers, I couldn't hold it like that. I'd have to screw it in to make it all come together so I could write with it, as you can see here. And then, voila, it is a perfect little pen for jotting writing. For long writing sessions, I've tried it before. I can do it, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. But for quick notes, jotting down notes or something, that's okay. And I don't lose everything. So let's take this one apart. Kaweco time, if I don't lose everything, Mr. Announcer. There we go. All right.
That is one thing I didn't like about them. They're very slick. They're hard to hold on to.
And what's cool about it is this little creature, I like how the nibs come out so easy. There it is right there. And you can just change them out. And you're done. You're good to go. Okay? I like that. That is cool. Now, here is a Kaweco converter. And you can stick, I believe that will work on this one. Yep. And just suck it up. But they're not the best ones. I don't really get into them. So, I haven't used that one yet. But anyway, the double broad nib on this Kaweco is dynamite. I really like it. That's what has made me get some other double broad nibs, not just Kaweco, but other models as well. So, here, a friend of mine sent me this pen. Thank you, silent friend. The Kaweco Brass Sport. Really a nice, beautiful pen. This pen I do love. It does have some girth, you can see, but a major difference, right? Total difference. Total difference. Then here's the plastic sport right here. About the same. Okay, and then here's the other one. Okay? So, this one's pretty cool. Now, here's one that I got that's not a Kaweco. It's a, what is the name of this one? I'll tell you here in a second. No War. Well, it says War and Peace. I always call it No War and Peace. I don't know why I've always said that, but it's War and Peace, but I always go, no war, no more wars. But anyway, so, just for the heck of it, I'm going to try some nibs to see if they even work. They probably won't, but that's okay, because we're going to just have some fun together. Comes with the converter. And we're going to see, well, of course, that one doesn't. Okay. So, let's try this one. Now this one is friction fit, so we're not going to mess with that. I'm just working on the ones that unscrew and screw, okay, for now. So we'll just take this little jewel out and see if it's going to work in this. So, well, nope, it doesn't. So what's going to happen for this little jewel, going to have to just get a nib and friction fit it, and you're done with the whole 9 yards, I guess. So we'll put this back in here. This one's going to go back in here. Now I've already done a review on this. We're just doing nib change out and hanging out and having fun with our pens. And the nib's okay. Is it as good as the Kaweco? I don't think so, but it's okay. But it has a nice look, a nice feel. I like the weight to it, the girth on it. So it's got a lot of pluses. All right. So, now this one I did get a clip for it. It does come off. You can pull it off, it comes off real easy. Well, not real easy, but it does come off. But it'll stay fastened to your clip when you put it on your shirt. So, and here is the other converter. I like these better than the one I showed you, these right here. Yeah, I like those better. Yes, sir. Much better. So, now, the test. That's a medium. This should be a broad. And that's a broad. Now, they're a little bit more expensive. And it fits in there just fine. Not a problem. So, these were made for these pens. And I believe these are friction fit. So, we're on a roll. So, I'm going to set this aside after I put this little jewel in. Okay. You know, always take time and spend time with your pens. Get to know your pens. Get to re-know your pens. If you haven't used them in a while and you've forgotten about them, maybe it's time to sit down and just get to know them all over again, right? And that's a fun thing with fountain pens. Double broad, I'm going to check this out too. All right. I am just going to see how this little jewel, because I've never used this, because I don't like it. But you never know until you actually do it. So we're going to put these over here. Then later we'll do a lamy. All right. So now it's ink time. All right. Here we go. Well, I think I'll use some Robert Oyster ink, and I guess I'm going to use Black is Black. And, I think I am going to use some copper. Robert Oyster copper. What do you think about that? Here we go. Kind of full in there. And that should be enough. And we will write with it in a minute. And again, this is the double broad. They're a little more expensive. And then we'll get this one off. And let's see what this one is. Double broad. This is a broad. Good. Because I wanted to show both of them. All right, here we go. There we go. There we go. Well, that didn't take long. I need to order about 3 more of those kind of converters. One day I will. I always say I'm going to order it and I forget and forget and forget and forget and never gets done. Story of my life. So it is. All right. Get this one ready to go. And we'll do some fun parts here in a second. All right. All right. Now let me get my trusted paper out and we'll get into action here. Whatever the action may be. All right. We're going to start off with the Kaweco Sports with a broad nib. Okay, and I believe I'm going to be using the Robert Oyster Black. Okay. Love it. I love it. Really is a sweet nib. Look how wet that is. See little swirls here. Nice downstrokes, cross strokes, wetness. Of course, it is plenty juicy. Reverse writing. And you can get different line variation. All right. Now we're going to go with the Kaweco Brass Sport. And I believe this one we use the copper ink somewhere. Make sure, yep. Okay, here we go. And this is a double nib prod. Wetness. Lays down the ink. And you do get a little bit, but it starts drying out right about in there. So downstroke, cross stroke, and this is the double broad nib. Make sure I'm correct on that. Yep. The broad nib looked a little bit wider than the double broad. We'll see. cross stroke. Maybe it's not. Huh. The broad nib does look a little wider, doesn't it? Thicker line down. What do you think, Mr. Nuts?
Oh, I was wondering about that because if you compare the writing here at top, that looks much thicker
Yeah.
than that.
And this is a broad nib. Broad nib. Huh. And the double broad is nowhere close to what it should be, double broad. You can tell right off the bat, this is the broad nib, and this is the double broad, which is broader, this one, in the black. Huh, interesting, isn't it? And these are new nibs, so that's that. Which do I like better? Well, I do like the broad because it's broader than the double broad, but I do love the double broad better because on the Lilliput, it actually has a really sweet double broad nib on it to die for. So this is the first for me to see this double broad in action just like it is you guys out there. So I don't know if you see it or agree with me or not, but we see it, and the double broad is nowhere as it should be as the broad. In fact, the broad is more double broad than the broad. So we got, here is the broad, right here. And for some reason, this broad nib is just way broader than the double broad nib, which is fine with me. So, unless I'm going blind now. Okay. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this session on Kaweco broad and double broad nibs. And I showed you how easy it is to change that nib. Okay? Well, that's going to do it for today. A lot of peace, love, kind to a stranger, and always, my good friends, don't text and drive. Bye-bye. Kaweco time.